All right, so I've been getting a lot of questions about my table because, well, many of you are spotting interesting things on my table, and this is something I spoke about a few years ago as well. I have a channel video actually where I spoke about the angel on my table, which you can see here. Now, this isn't something that a lot of people can see because the way the camera is you mainly get this view here, but upside down. What's really interesting is so many of you have seen faces coming like this way when you're facing this way. As a reader, I'm looking this way, so I actually can't see that until I look at my videos and I see how so many of you are seeing it, and I also see it as well because I've looked through the video footage. But there's so many things that you guys haven't already seen on this table. So I'm going to give you a story to this table towards the end, but let's explore the table first, and then I'll tell you how this table came about and just some really interesting things about the table and, you know, why there's like spiritual activity for sure with this table. All right, so there is definitely an angel here. This is really obvious. I pointed this out before. A lot of you pointed this out very early on in my channel because this was part of like how you could see it. And it's so obvious. There's a halo here. You can see the face, you can see the wings. Absolutely clear as day. I mean, to have a picture like that in a wooden table, I don't think it's a coincidence. You've also got another face here. I feel like there's something here for sure. There's definitely a face here. This here, even though it's quite like a wooden thing, you know, you'd find this kind of veining, let's say in wood, looks like Saturn's rings for sure. Every time I see it, I'm always reminded of Saturn. Here, very evident, there's like a skull. Now, many of you also, if you look at this upside down, there's very evidently a face around here that you can actually see. There's like an eye here. There's a lot. There's a lot of interesting things. Now, obviously, then I've got my background here, but I'm sure that there are other bits. Now, that really looks like an eye as well, poking out. I respect this table. I've always loved this table, and there's a lot going on. So, it's not a scary table. It's a really, really precious one for sure. So the way this table came about is we got it from a charity shop. My parents actually bought this, and we'd moved to America, and then we decided to come back. When we came back, we were renting, and so we needed furniture for the place, and so this actually ended up being our dining table. And what's kind of crazy is that it was not very expensive, but what's really fascinating is that I didn't realize all of these images because we always had a tablecloth over the top of it. And so it's only until like a few years ago that I even realized. But on top of that, right, I didn't realize before because I used to use this table to do all of my artwork and things like that because I studied fashion design and I'd always be painting and drawing. And you can see here, still bits of paint, literally everywhere. Like all of this, right, it's from when I used to just paint and I never put anything down, which is just really stupid of me, but anyways, right, so like you can see there's paint and things like that, and I really tried very hard to clean it. This is the best I could get it to be, and I just never realized, obviously. But I've always done so much of my work here. You know, I won awards with my course that I did, especially with Sir Paul Smith. That was definitely a highlight. But all the work that I did for my course, and you know, even my work was featured in a museum and things like that, it all was done on this table, and it's such a prosperous table. I started my YouTube channel videos with this table. I mean, first I used to use like tablecloth and things like that, but I just used the table, and it's been with me through and through. I've done all my work at this table. I feel like it's super lucky. It's very prosperous. It just has such a beautiful energy. And yeah, so when many of you point out these things and you're like, oh my God, that looks so scary, I think it's actually a beautiful blessing. So when you see these faces, I feel like they are definitely blessings. I mean, this angel always is on the left-hand side of me because I sit right here. And many of you see this. So many of you don't even get to see the angel, but here you go. Now you can see the angel. Yep, that's pretty much what I wanted to mention. It's a very prosperous table, and it's really served me very well. And yeah, it's really lovely. I know so many of you were asking me about this table. If you have any further questions, for sure, leave them in the comment section below. But it's just got such a beautiful energy here, and it's so sturdy, and I love it. And it's just small enough to fit everything. But And what I love is it's got rounded corners. I never ever accidentally whack myself or accidentally walk into it and then injure myself. So it's a really nice table and I just love it so much. So that's why I've stuck with it. There was a point at once where I put a tablecloth over it and I was doing some readings, like this marble kind of tablecloth. Didn't like it. I was even going to get a plain table from IKEA and it just didn't feel right. I've always just stuck to the wood, so I just feel like there's something so beautiful and prosperous about it, and I'm just not gonna, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna change it up, but this is the story. But yeah, I do have another video on this which I posted a few years back, so that is on my channel. It just takes a bit of digging to find it. So if you type in tarot reader table, you'll find the video. So if you search for it on my channel, you'll find the video. All right, so everyone, take care. This is the table situation, of course. Private paid reading, free reading giveaway for tarot readings and everything. It's all listed down below. Intention items are on my website, so definitely do check those out as well if you are interested. And I'll see you all very, very soon. But it's a very interesting table indeed. Bye, everyone.